Welcome to the Big Movement Podcast. If you're ready to create results and make huge strides in your business, finances, personal development, and health, then you're in the right place. Pushing past excuses and powering through procrastination can be a challenge alone. Here, you'll get the support, tools, and knowledge you need to get to the level you desire in your business and life. Let's get started with your host, Byron Ingram.
And welcome to another episode of the Big Movement Podcast. Today it's a little bit special. It is a solo episode. And today we'll be talking about the book I just released, which is called The Art of Conversation. And it's ultimately about increasing your conversions through conversation. In today's online marketing world, one of the things that tends to be lost is that act of humanity, that act of being able to connect to someone on that personal level. Because think about how many times you look at an ad and you think, are they talking to me because they know who I am, or are they talking to me because I fit into a bucket? The reality is, today more than ever, people are being just thrown into buckets of categories, of demographics, and for being forgotten about as an individual, who they are, what are their specific needs. So this book is to help you, the business owner, the entrepreneur, to be able to get back in touch with that, to understand how can you be able to position yourself to market your business and ultimately bring back the relationships. Because at the end of the day, when we focus on relationships, an amazing thing begins to happen. Our conversions increase. Why? Because people begin to know who we are. They know our story. Think about how many times you do business with someone because they took the time to get to know who you are. They just didn't look at you as a paycheck, a meal ticket, or whatever. It is one of the profound differences in how we have to make a difference in our marketing efforts today, because this is what changes everything. Because when you focus on building the relationships in business, something incredible also happens. With your conversions going up, you're not having to spend any more money and additional dollars on your marketing efforts. And your profits increase because you start looking at individuals as to who they are, not just trying to say, I'm marketing to this one whole neighborhood or whatever. And the way of going about doing this is a couple things. First off, you have to start with the end in mind. When you start with what your goals, your objectives are, you start knowing who are the people you need to talk to, because this ultimately comes down to who your ideal client is. And when you know who they are and you know what you want to accomplish, it begins charting that path of what you have to travel upon, because you know who this person is. How much do you really need to follow up with them? Because guess what? Sometimes you just need to give them a high five and they're happy with it. Other times you have to treat it like dating. You're not going to walk up to someone and say, hey, let's go get hitched. No, you're not. You're going to offer them a drink. You're going to compliment them. You're going to go through the art of courtship and all these other things that matter if you're going to ask someone out on a date. So this is where it's vital when it comes to your business. You have to think of it the same exact way. You're not going to rush in and go for, the grand slam. You're going to just take it step by step. And this is part of what the art of conversation gets into. And also we go into the whole concept of how do you identify who these people are online? What is it that they need? How do you message them? How do you create that communication that resonates with who they are as a person? Like, wow, this person is talking directly at me. Have you ever been to a seminar or you've seen a video and you felt that that message in it was directed specifically at you? That is ultimately what the art of conversation is about. It is helping you to be able to do that and to be able to go into a couple other areas, such as understanding personalities. Because let's face it, everybody has a different personality. And when you know what personality your ideal client has, it makes it substantially easier for you to be able to market to them consistently day in and day out. And here's another little important thing about conversations. How many people just don't like small talk? Well, I'm going to give you some tips and pointers how you can be able to create small talk and be able to use it effectively. Because me personally, do I like small talk? Not really. I like getting straight to the point. I like to have engaging conversations, things I'm meeting, not necessarily talking about the weather for 20 minutes because I really don't care. Like if it's raining, it's raining. If it's cold, it's cold. So let's move on past that. So how can you engage in those conversations that matter to people? It makes a huge difference. Understanding the buying patterns that people have, because if people buy a particular way, how can you be able to tap into that? Understanding that people use their emotions more than logic when they buy something. How do you tap into that? This is a great example. Look at Black Friday. how many people are lined up outside of stores like Best Buy starting on Thanksgiving evening to be able to buy a TV for $150, $200 less than normal. It's all about emotion to do that, because logically you would think there's no way in the world I'm standing on the cold to buy a TV, but because of that feeling of winning, people want to be able to do that. Understanding the power of social proof, how it plays into be able to compel people to want to do business with you. Understanding how do you interact with people on each and every social network, because guess what? When you understand how to connect with people authentically online, it doesn't matter where you're located, because then people will want to get to know who you are and ultimately do business with you. And ultimately, when it comes down to why you need to look at the book, it's about persuasion. Because when you understand language, you understand posture, you understand your message, you can be able to leverage persuasion to compel people to do business with you, because it ties in every other key component of the book. So I want you to take the time, go on Amazon, download the Kindle version, buy the book, because this is going to help you in your business. And I want you to let me know how the book has impacted your perception of how you can be able to communicate more effectively in your messaging online to reach your ideal clients and customers. I look forward to hearing from you and your success by using the art of conversation in your life and in your business.
Thanks for listening to the Big Movement Podcast today. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now that you've surely been inspired to take your entrepreneurial career and business to the next level, you can stop by the website and get more. And if you're ready to boost your business brand, be sure to grab your free report, 7 Easy Steps to Build Your Brand Today.